Every kid in school has that one classmate. The loud one, the annoying one, the one nobody wants to sit next to at lunch. But what if that kid was loud because silence meant being completely invisible? What if the annoyance was the only tool he had to make the world acknowledge he existed? Naruto Uzumaki is not a hero who was born special. He is a child who was failed by every adult around him and decided to become someone worth noticing anyway. This is the complete story of Naruto, and it hits completely differently when you understand what it is actually about. Before we start, I want to say something that most Naruto recaps skip entirely. Naruto is not a story about ninja powers. It is not a story about cool jutsu or epic fights, though it has plenty of both. At its core, Naruto is a story about the cycle of hatred, about how pain passes from one generation to the next unless someone deliberately chooses to absorb it and stop the cycle themselves. Every major villain in this series is a version of what Naruto could have become if a few specific people had not chosen to see him as a person rather than a monster. That framing changes everything about how you watch this story. Let's start from the very beginning. The Nine Tails and the boy nobody wanted the night everything changed 12 years before the story begins. The Hidden Leaf Village was attacked by the nine-tailed fox, a creature of such overwhelming destructive power that its chakra alone could level mountains and split the earth. The fourth Hokage, Minato Namikaze, made an impossible choice. He sealed the Nine Tails inside a newborn child, splitting the fox's power between the child's body and the death god's stomach. The child would carry the yang half, the living power, while the yin half went with Minato himself into death. That child was his own son, Naruto Uzumaki. Minato did not do this because Naruto was expendable. He did it because he believed his son could become a hero. He asked the village to treat Naruto as one. The village did not listen. Growing up alone, Naruto grows up as the container of the thing that killed their friends, destroyed their homes, and took their loved ones. Most adults cannot separate the monster from the child holding it. They look at Naruto and see the Nine Tails. They teach their children to avoid him without explaining why. And children, as they always do, inherit their parents' fear and transform it into cruelty. Naruto grows up eating alone, sitting alone, playing pranks on the village, not because he is malicious, but because negative attention is still attention. He paints the Hokage monument because at least when he does that, everyone in the village has to look at him. His goal of becoming Hokage is not ambition in the conventional sense. It is the deepest possible expression of a child who has been told he is worthless, demanding the world see him. The Hokage is the person the entire village acknowledges as important. Naruto wants to be so impossible to ignore that the village has no choice but to respect him. Iruka, and the moment that changes everything. The single most important scene in the early series is not a fight. It is a man named Iruka choosing, in one specific moment, to stop seeing Naruto as the fox. After Naruto steals the Scroll of Sealing and learns the Shadow Clone Jutsu, Iruka, who lost his own parents to the Nine Tails, has every reason to hate this child. Instead, he stands in front of Naruto and tells him something nobody has ever said to him directly. I see you, not the Nine Tails. You. That single decision by Iruka creates the possibility for everything that follows. Naruto's entire arc is built on the fact that one person saw him as a person first. Without Iruka, there is no Luffy, no hero, no story. Just another child absorbed by bitterness. Team 7 and what ninja actually means. The team that was never supposed to work. Naruto graduates from a ninja academy at the bottom of his class through sheer persistence rather than talent. He is placed on Team 7 with Sakura Haruno, the girl he has a crush on, and Sasuke Uchiha, the boy every other student in the academy idolizes. Their sensei is Kakashi Hatake, a man so notoriously late to everything that his students wait for him for hours before his first appearance. The team makes no sense on paper. The dead last, the top kunoichi student, the genius everyone expects to surpass all records, and a teacher who seems barely interested in showing up at all. What Kakashi teaches them in their very first test is the thing the entire series keeps returning to: the bells test. 2 bells, 3 students. The obvious solution is to compete for the bells. Kakashi fails every team that tries to compete individually. The only rule that matters is this one: those who break the rules are trash, but those who abandon their comrades are worse than trash. This is not just a lesson. It is the philosophical foundation of the entire Naruto universe. Everything that goes wrong in this story goes wrong because someone chose power over people. Everything that goes right because someone chose people over power. The Chunin exams and the world getting bigger. The Chunin exams open the story up dramatically. Suddenly Naruto exists in a world of genuinely threatening ninja from other villages, a legendary Sannin named Orochimaru operating in the shadows, and a sand village secretly planning an invasion during the exam itself. We meet Rock Lee here, a boy with no aptitude for ninjutsu or genjutsu at all, who trained his taijutsu to a level that should be physically impossible simply because he refused to accept that hard work could not beat talent. He drops his training weights during his fight with Gaara, and the shockwave craters the ground. Rock Lee is the story reminding you that Naruto's philosophy of hard work over destiny is not just words. It has actual proof. We meet Gaara here too, the one-tailed beast Jinchuriki of the Sand Village. A boy who grew up under circumstances even more devastating than Naruto's, who responded to the same childhood isolation by deciding that if nobody would love him, he would simply survive by killing anyone who threatened him. Gaara is Naruto without Iruka. He is the answer to the question the story keeps asking. What happens to children nobody chooses to see? The death of the third Hokage, Orochimaru's invasion, results in the death of Hiruzen Sarutobi, the third Hokage. The man who did more than anyone else to protect Naruto's childhood, even as he failed to stop the cruelty around him, dies sealing away Orochimaru's arms. It is the first major death of the series. The story making clear it is not going to protect everyone. Sasuke leaves, and the world breaks the truth about Itachi. Sasuke Uchiha carries a wound that defines him completely. His older brother Itachi killed their entire clan in a single night and left Sasuke alive, telling him to grow strong enough to come back and kill him. Sasuke's obsession with revenge is not just character motivation. It is the story showing what happens when a child's entire identity gets organized around a single traumatic event. Sasuke does not want to be a great ninja. He wants to stop feeling the way he felt the night his family died. When Orochimaru offers him power and Naruto's strength at the Valley of the End closes the gap between them, Sasuke makes the worst decision of his arc. He chooses power over people. He abandons the comrade Kakashi told him never to abandon. The fight between Naruto and Sasuke at the Valley of the End is one of the most emotionally raw sequences in the original series. Two boys who became brothers destroying each other on a waterfall. Naruto trying to bring Sasuke back. Sasuke trying to kill Naruto specifically because caring about him is the one thing making his obsession complicated. Sasuke leaves. Naruto loses. And then he stands up anyway because giving up on Sasuke means giving up on the belief that people can be reached. Naruto leaves too. The original series closes with Naruto leaving the village for a 2.5-year training trip with Jiraiya, one of the legendary Sannin, and the person who becomes the closest thing to a father figure he ever has. Jiraiya wrote the books that inspired Minato. He trained the fourth Hokage. He carries his own grief about students he failed to save. He sees in Naruto the same thing Minato saw, the possibility of a child of prophecy, someone who might finally break the cycle. Shippuden and the real war, the Akatsuki, are here. Naruto returns from his training 2.5 years later, noticeably stronger, slightly taller, and exactly as loud as before, which is deeply comforting. The Akatsuki are the threat now. A criminal organization of former S-rank ninja, each one powerful enough to be a village's worst nightmare individually, working together to capture all 9 tailed beasts. Their plan, eventually revealed, is to use the tailed beasts to create a weapon of mass destruction that can be sold to the highest bidding nation, essentially monetizing the world's greatest fear. But the Akatsuki is also, quietly, a collection of broken people. Every member carries a story of how the ninja world failed them. Kisame, whose entire squad was ordered massacred by his own village to protect a secret. Konan and Nagato, orphans of a war that killed everyone around them. Pain, who is Nagato himself, who started believing that only something as overwhelming as pain could teach the world to stop creating more of it. The pain arc is when Naruto Shippuden reaches its full potential as a story. Pain, acting as the leader of the Akatsuki, invades the Hidden Leaf village and destroys it almost completely. He captures Hinata, critically injures Hinata, attempting to protect Naruto, and Naruto, watching the person who loves him most bleeding in front of him, loses control of the 9 tails. He transforms into a 6-tailed form, and then an 8-tailed form that is terrifying to watch because it is so clearly not Naruto anymore. It is what Naruto becomes when he completely stops believing anyone can be saved. Minato's chakra, sealed inside Naruto for this exact moment, pulls him back from the edge. And then Naruto does something no ninja in the story's history had managed. He defeats Pain in combat, tracks down the real Nagato, and instead of killing him, sits down and talks to him. He absorbs everything Nagato throws at him. The logic of Pain creating peace, the impossibility of breaking the cycle. And then he tells Nagato that he does not have a perfect answer. He just refuses to give up on finding one. Nagato uses his remaining life to resurrect everyone killed in the invasion and dies believing, maybe for the first time since childhood, that someone carrying the same losses he carried chose a different path. This is what Naruto is. Not a story about a kid who became strong enough to punch his problems away. A story about someone who refused to let pain turn into hatred over and over, even when he had every right to. The truth about everything Itachi's real story, the Uchiha Massacre, is eventually revealed in full. Itachi did not murder his clan because he was cruel or because he wanted power. He murdered his clan because the clan was planning a coup that would have started a civil war, and the third Hokage and Danzo ordered him to stop it by any means necessary. Itachi was given a choice between his clan and his village. He chose the village and lived the rest of his life as a wanted criminal so that Sasuke would survive hating him rather than hating the village he loved. He designed his own death to give Sasuke the revenge he needed while transferring his ocular powers to him as a final gift. Sasuke learns this from Tobi after Itachi is already dead, and it breaks him in a completely different direction from before. He no longer wants to destroy for himself. He wants to destroy the system that created the situation in the first place. Obito and Madara, the true architect behind almost everything, is revealed to be Obito Uchiha, a ninja who is thought to have died saving Kakashi during the Third Shinobi World War, who survived and was found by Madara Uchiha, the most powerful Uchiha who ever lived. Obito watched Rin, the girl he loved, die, and decided that a world where that could happen was not worth protecting. Madara gave him an alternative, the infinite Tsukuyomi, a worldwide genjutsu that traps all of humanity in individual dream states where nobody ever loses anyone they love again. Obito is Naruto if Naruto had lost his faith before he found his footing. The story keeps doing this. Every major villain is a reflection of the choices Naruto has not yet made in the worst moments of his life. The Fourth Shinobi World War, the 5 great nations unite to fight against Obito and the resurrected army of every dead ninja in history, summoned through Kabuto's Edo Tensei technique. The war arc is enormous and occasionally unwieldy, but its best moments are genuinely extraordinary. Neji dies. The boy who spent his entire early arc believing fate was fixed and the marks people were born with determined their ceiling, dies protecting Naruto and Hinata. Naruto collapses, and the speech he gives himself in that moment about carrying Neji forward rather than letting the loss break him is one of the purest expressions of the series' theme the show ever produces. Madara is eventually revealed to be a puppet of Kagaya Otsutsuki, the original chakra user, a goddess from before the ninja world existed who wants to reclaim the chakra she ceded across humanity. Team 7 reunites to seal her away together. Sasuke's choice, and the Yendi, the last battle after Kagaya is sealed, Sasuke reveals his actual endgame. He wants to become the world's greatest evil. A single villain so overwhelming that every nation unites against him instead of against each other. He would be the eternal enemy that keeps the world from tearing itself apart. And then, when he is finally killed, the shinobi system itself ends with him. It is not entirely wrong as a diagnosis of the problem. The system did create every cycle of hatred the story documented across 2 series. Sasuke is not delusional. He is just choosing to fix a broken system by becoming the worst version of what it produces rather than the best. Naruto refuses. They fight one final time at the Valley of the End, both of them with missing arms from the earlier war, the same 2 boys who destroyed each other here years ago. This fight is not about power. Both of them are too exhausted for full power to matter. It is about conviction. And Naruto's conviction has always been simpler and more resilient than Sasuke's. He does not want to fix the system by burning it down. He wants to fix it by being the living proof that it can produce someone worth trusting. Sasuke surrenders, not because he loses, because Naruto keeps getting back up and the only way to stop him is to kill him, and Sasuke cannot actually bring himself to do that. So what is Naruto actually about? It is about a boy who was handed generational pain before he could walk and spent his entire life refusing to pass it on. Every person who hurt him was hurt first. Pain was hurt by war. Obito was hurt by loss. Sasuke was hurt by a system that used his brother as a weapon. Even Gaara, The most terrifying villain the early series produced was just a child whose father sent an assassin to kill him before he was even a teenager. Naruto does not break the cycle by being stronger than everyone else. He breaks it by choosing, over and over, to see the human being behind the monster, to extend the same grace Iruka extended to him that first time, to everyone who comes after. That is not a naive philosophy. It is the hardest possible one. It costs him everything at multiple points in this story, but it works. Naruto becomes Hokage. Sasuke comes home. The village that once refused to look at a small child now looks up at him as the symbol of everything it could be. The cycle is not broken perfectly. Boruto exists and carries its own darkness forward. But Naruto's generation chose something different. And that is the point. You cannot fix everything, but you can choose not to make it worse. And sometimes if you refuse to stop choosing that, it is enough.